The start of the week and the markets surely were catching the Monday blues. It was a very, very tempered start. We started off mildly soft and from there just dragged our feet around less than 0.5% band from the high to the low of the day. And look at the kind of global backdrop that you were in with all the developments around what's happening in the country of Afghanistan, geopolitical pressures clearly building up. You had most global markets under pressure today. So most of Asia, European markets as well have had a very bleak start for themselves, and the Dow futures as well are scaling towards a bit of a soft start. So in that backdrop, you'd have to say the fact that we managed to close with a mild gain of 33 points at 16,551, we were definitely the global outperformers in that sense. Having said that, the broader markets, much unlike last week where they did make an attempt to at least claw back and then failed at that on Friday. Today you saw much of that trend continue. So underperformance continued at the broader end of the markets. 103 stocks went home as decliners. In terms of individual stocks and sectors, again, there wasn't any sectoral trend. This is the trend that we've seen all of last week where the Nifty has managed to put up and claw up to record highs on the back of very, very few stocks. So the narrow nature of the rally continued today too. It was no different. Tata Steel, after saying that their EU margins are positive and continue to be so for the next foreseeable future, that occurred well on the sentiment and the stock price, and a fresh round of upgrades coming in from most brokerages, revising their price targets as well as EPS estimates for FY22 only higher for Tata Steel. And that stock went into a tizzy today, held out by about a solid 3.5%. Also was the case with the Bajaj Finance. That also came back to the fore, held out 3.6% today. M&M was in the limelight after the XUV 700 launch, a 2.4% uptick coming in on M&M futures to BPCL, Britannia, Bajaj Finserv, JSW Steel and Reliance, wherein news reports seem to be indicating that a deal with Aramco should happen soon, and it's very much in talks. Reliance Industries at the high point of the day managed to put up a 1.8% uptick, although from there it came down a little bit. The newsmakers today, of course, were the new listings as well today. You had Devyani International, much fanfare around that. You had Krsnaa Diagnostics as well, Exxaro too. All these were in focus. Apollo Hospitals, that was the big mover from amidst the broader markets after its earnings as well as management commentary. The stock managed to put on a good show of about almost 7%. You had REC, PFC, GMR Infrastructure. These were also some of the movers which held out. But on the flip side, while M&M was a mover, Maruti was not. That was the biggest drag on the index today, was down almost 3%. You also had the likes of Ayesha Motors, Tata Motors. They were all laggards, as was Hero Motocorp, even after a good set of Q1 numbers which got announced over the weekend. From amidst the broader market, it was the same state for pharmaceutical majors. So Oro Pharma, after that 8% gash down that you saw on Friday, today too it was a loser. Cadila Healthcare as well was a laggard, and Idea too, which reported its Q1 numbers wherein the loss has only become wider. That was also down about 5.5% in trade.